That wedding was the most ballingly dank affair I've ever attended. Or at least I'm assuming it was. My tie really cut the blood flow to my head, so I may have imagined the parade of midgets, the elephant orgy, or the epic city-wide pillow fight. Possibly all of them. I'll tell you one thing, though. I had such a good streak going of not hearing I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas. A streak I was personally proud of, but that DJ, man, he must have known. He played that song to spite me. Throw in a Justin Bieber tune and a disrespectful Benihana job of Twist and Shout by the Beatles, and I was ready to choke that guy with a cummerbund. But then the waiters all turned into Smurfs, so it was all good. And not a single person was shot with a crossbow, so it was definitely the better of the two weddings I've seen recently. The North remembers. Good afternoon, butt kickers. It's June 17, the 9th day of another vacation, which means today, another married couple will traipse off into the future together. I don't know anything about being someone's spouse, so naturally I feel perfectly comfortable giving spousal advice. Tip number 1, fart less. I know, ladies, this is going to be a difficult one, but the simple act of taking some Beano or plugging yourself up between meals is a matrimonial gesture unmatched in the world today. Tip number 2, have a lot of arguments. The more you argue, the more chances you'll have to make up afterward, and post-fight makeups are likely to be the most romantically significant moments of your lives from here on out. Especially considering you've already blown the two biggest romantic gestures on getting engaged and getting married. Tip number 3, have a lot of children. Really, the sooner you get to procreating, the better. The pressure of having a child will absolutely dwarf the pressure of having a spouse. And ladies, sure, your freshly minted hubby loves to canoodle now, but once your libido-soaked honeymoon is a distant memory, you'll have to find someone else to smother with your love. Luckily for you, children respond to love smothering very well, and dealing with their literal crap is equivalent to, or even better, than dealing with your husband's figurative crap. Tip number 4, commit to the union. Ditch your cheap yet cozy apartments and go all in on a crummy house. Trade in your impractical and semi-stylish cars for a family van large enough to accommodate your incoming progeny. In short, step back and accept that there is no mine, there is now simply ours, that your respective lives are over, and your collective life has begun. Tip number 5, husbands, take up drinking. You're going to eventually, might as well start now. And wives, take up smoking, but wait until you're no longer pregnant. Wait, you're not pregnant yet? Did you even listen to tip number 3? Tip number 6, be morally opposed to tip number 5. Once reality sets in, your morals will evaporate almost immediately, but morals are important for now. Hang on to them as long as you're able. Tip number 7, don't become one of those creepily happy all the time couples you see every once in a while. If you really are that overwhelmingly compatible, first of all, congratulations, but secondly, keep it to yourself. All those unhappy couples you see everywhere are masters of hatred, and you will be their victims. And finally, tip number 8, become masters of forgiveness. You'll be glad you did. And finally, one tip on how to be single forever. Make a video blog giving mostly terrible advice to married couples. Until tomorrow, I'm Griff, and I'm still talking.